location, location, location.
I'm Realtor Victor Naraki, and I specialize in homes near Disney World.
Hey, I'm Victor Naraki, and I'm here in this community today on this beautiful June 1st morning. My customers are closing tomorrow. They're not in town, so I am doing the walkthrough. Take a look after this spiffy opening. Stay tuned right after this spiffy opening. Right after this spiffy opening. So you're looking at the house for the very first time.
It is exceeding expectation at the moment.
Wonderful. I'm Realtor Victor Naraki with one of my buyers, Darlene, and she just bought a house near Disney World. And now she can go on the Jungle Cruise anytime she wants, 100 times a year. Same jokes, but 100 times a year. Hello, everyone. Well, okay. We are in Davenport, and I am really excited to be showing you this community because it's just about 23 minutes to Disney World. I think it can actually be a little closer. But today I was here in minutes. So Davenport is, not a lot of people know about Davenport. Davenport is just south of Disney World. Okay. There's a lot of short-term rental communities around here, but this is not one of them. Okay. They do not allow short-term rental. Okay. So that's a very, when you're buying in Davenport, I have heard stories of people buying a home in Davenport and not realizing that they'll never know their neighbors and that they're going to have vacationers next door. So you just got to be careful when you're buying to always check the HOA docs in Davenport. In towns like Winter Garden, Windermere, you don't have to check because they don't allow that in those communities. Okay, so we are, as I said, just south of Disney World. Okay, this is Wynnstone, spelled Wynnn Stone, Wynnstone. There's 3 builders here. We're going to be checking out 2 today. We're going to be checking out Stanley Martin and Casa Fresca. Okay, and I really like what we're going to see in Stanley Martin because they include a lot of stuff that you don't normally see. and they have a home starting at $299. If you have any questions, please ask. Where is everyone visiting from right now? Watching from. Also, just in case, if I may not see your message or your question. So if I don't respond, I doubt it's because you've been insulting. I think it's probably because I can't see it. Okay? Jersey Shore, Lorraine. How did I forget about that? Okay, we got to talk. Love the Jersey Shore. Okay, so right now I'm going to post where we are, post the map so you could see where we are. Okay, so obviously we're at the blue dot at the bottom. Okay, it says 23 minutes is the best way to get to Disney World. There's also another way, which is kind of interesting too, going up to 27, which I do a lot. Well, I'll go straight up to 27, but 23 minutes to bring you to Magic Kingdom. So that's way in the back of Disney World. So if you've got other things like Animal Kingdom or, something like that, it's going to be less time. Okay, so that's where we are. Now, I have sold in Davenport. I've also sold down the road, down the I-4 in Lake Alfred. Okay, Lake Alfred. I would rather be right off the 4, like this is, if my goal is to get to Disney World frequently. All right. The 4 has been widened quite a bit. I think it's got an extra lane. So anyway, so we're going to walk into this model. This would sell for about, they had one recently at $384. Don't forget, they were also, I'll tell you some things about their pricing as well soon. Do I have any questions here? I'll agree with that statement, SK Disney World. Ooh. Okay, so as we step in,
Yeah, we're gonna have some of those too.
we'll go upstairs first. Okay.
So I'll send you that information, okay? You can just look real tea that work for. Mhm.
The great thing about this area is its proximity to shopping. Hey, Jennifer Cloud. So they've set this bedroom up as an office. Now, you guys who follow me know I like to have a bedroom downstairs, but does not have that. Just a shared bath. I like the tiles. I want to point out this for the next community we go to. Quartz countertops. Thank you, SK. I will tell you, it's very, very warm here today. Um, Probably going to not do a live stream next week, but here is your primary your laundry. I'm sorry. Laundry. Anyway, so laundry room. Then you have two youth bedrooms here. This is quite large. It's about 11 by 11. For those who just joined, I had about 5 people just join. I am in Davenport, about 23 minutes to Disney World. I love when they're decorated. Some of the builders do these real elaborate themes. Spoke too soon. Here we go, doggy themed. Oh, my great niece would love these. She likes pink piggies, but how close is it to the nearest Publix? Well, there's a Target just less than a mile away. The Publix. I know there's one really close by. I'm going to say within 2 miles. I love the planking that they do when they do these. Thank you, SK. Oh, yeah, there's a Target. There's Posner Park, which has Target, BJ's Wholesale, which I'm going later on today. Michael's. I love Michael's. It's got like the TJ Maxx home goods type stuff. Dollar Tree, which I always love because they have good candy. So everything right there. Now we're gonna a Best Buy, Staples. We said Target, J.C. Penney. Oh, I love my J.C. Penney. Now I love this the way I'm seeing this house for the first time, but I like to not walk directly into a room. I like there to be some character, some presentation, and that's what it's got here. So when you walk in, you turn because they could easily put the door over there. I like the fact that, and when you walk in, okay, here's the closet. This is a nice size closet for this price home. So we're talking about 7 by 7 here. Yeah, I'm a big fan of J.C. Penney. I always liked that store. So here you have, this is a great size room. This is, I'm really good at estimating. This is about 18 by 12. Okay, and it's got nice big windows. Now, I'm never a fan of end tables in front of nightstands in front of windows, but I'll let it pass. I don't like things blocking things. So great big. This is a huge room because you could tell because it's got a table, a desk right there. You got this where you could put a TV right there, and you got more space here for another nightstand or dresser. And then we walk into the primary bath. Okay, so all this is standard tile, fiberglass base, quartz countertop. 27 people watching today. Thank you so much for watching. So because we started only about 12 people, I'll go through the house a little bit more. Then they're going to take us to the Portland model, which is for sale, but it's not finished yet. That home is priced at $359. And what's great about buying a house in this stage is you could get so much closing costs paid by the seller. You really can't get that when you buy a resale. Okay. So new construction offers you, a lot of more affordability. Also, sometimes they pay down your interest rate. So here you're going to get you can get 5.5 as an interest rate. Benjamin, what is expensive that you're referring to? I'll be glad to answer that. Because this model home, this would be under 400 for a 2-story, 2-car garage, 4 bedrooms, 2.5 baths. They have a 4.3 for 388, approximately. Okay, so we're going to just take a quick look at these right now because they're still talking downstairs. So here we have the youth bedrooms. These are about 11 by 11. I've heard that the Fed may be thinking about a drop in interest rates too. So we'll walk over here. I don't like the quote. Where is this? Okay. We are in Davenport right now. Okay. We are 23 minutes from Disney World. We are, the I-4 is just that way. Okay. We're right near Posner Park, which is a big shopping area. Used to be home to this, it was like a baseball themed amusement park. I don't know too much about it, but now it's Posner Park is a shopping village with Target, J.C. Penney's, all that. Right on the 27, so it's very, very close to Disney World. I'll agree with you on that, and that's why I wanted to see it. If you go more south on the 27, you may get slightly lower price points than this. However, you're not going to be so close to Disney World, and you'll be another 20 minutes away. Here, you're very, very close to Disney World. You got all your shopping right outside. It's a really pretty good opportunity. Thank you, Christopher Robinson. Yes, those are the stores that they have there. Beals, Backroom Shoes, a bunch of stuff I've never been to. Five Below. Yes, there is a Starbucks. Oh, there's also Culver's, which has hamburgers and custard. Yeah, well, you get a lot more.
That we consider, standard for us.
You know,
We won't have it, or
Yacky yak yak. Oh my God. I got to come during. What I'm going to do is there's a lot of people talking downstairs, so I'm going to mute the camera for just a few moments. Okay, I like this because I would exactly do this. I would put my coffee right there, have my coffee mugs, all that. Oh, this is all coffee. Okay. And you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 doors. That's pretty good. Pretty good for a smaller home. Let's look at the pantry over here. Average size, but it's nice. I like that it's got an island here. All these homes have courts.
And I mean, what time frame were you guys thinking of actually doing a move? Because we do have options, just not
Now,
now. So
what I think is great about this builder is that they were telling me that all their homes have covered lanais. Okay, you know, so I gotta say, for the price point, that's very good because you're gonna see other homes down there, which do not have a covered lanai. So this is a great, and the breeze right now is beautiful. They've got little ponds over there. I don't know if you can see them, but they do have ponds. So, and now that's a different builder. Okay. So we're not seeing them today, but look, they do not have a covered lanai. I'm sorry. You're buying a house in Florida. You want to be outside a bit. Now, screening something like this in, based on what I paid for my screening in, is $1,500. Okay. So that is not bad. Now, good point, Christopher Robinson. Good questions, Christopher. Yes. Okay. Two things. Yes. This builder and all these builders in here are frame on block. Okay. So the second story is wood frame. Okay. The only builder that I have sold, I know I've seen others do it. The only builder that I have sold that had block on block was D.R. Horton. D.R. Horton gets a bad rap, but I've sold 25 of those homes, and 24 of those times everybody's been very happy. Okay. Christopher, another good comment from you. Nice backyard. When you're looking at a home, there's certain things that I really look for. First of all, I want a front load garage like these have, where the garage is in the front. If it's in the back, you're going to have limited backyard space. So if that's okay with you, great. But for resale value, I do like a front load garage. All these have front load. So you get a nice, couple of feet that you could do whatever you want with. Hmm. So we're going to be seeing Casa Fresca later, and they're much different than this builder. Side load garage. Sure, there's side load garages, but aren't they always at the end, an end unit? So there's not many of those. And honestly, I've never sold one. So, and there's none in this community. So that must be another builder too, because that does not have a covered lanai. So you always, what I would do if I was buying a home in a community like this, is I would make a checklist of each of the features, because sometimes you'll just look at the price and then you'll go, oh goodness, we don't have a covered lanai. You see all those houses there, they don't have covered lanais right there. It's hard to see, but they don't. Um, so make a checklist of the features and how important they are to you. Um, you know, maybe you don't care about quartz countertops, but if you do, write it down, because it may be a disqualifier. Whew. Okay, very warm outside. So I'm going to be going till only about 2 o'clock. So here we're going to see, you have the door. This is kind of interesting layout. I'm not crazy about it, but I see the benefits of it. You got a nice wide entry, which I think is very welcoming. And then, you got a dining room here. You got a countertop eating over there. You know,
I don't have the picture right now. We ran out of the Chester one, but I can definitely take you guys so you can see the Chester. Oh yeah. First, yeah. The last Chester we sold yesterday, that one was at 408, 960. They, the other things that they would do that we have in the community, they don't have the thing, they don't have the Chester and I can, this piece, so you guys can see, they don't have it, so I don't even know if it would be.
hold on one second. I'm going to mute. Okay, they've got multiple customers in there right now. So we're going to take a little walk. I didn't want to walk too much outside because um, it's so hot today that my camera will overheat. And that's what happened last week. My camera overheated. By the way, if anybody's looking for a home in an over 55 community, I've got a unique pool home available. So we're going to walk over to this home over here. So yeah, so I have a pool home available in the Palms at Surrenoa. This would actually be my 15th sale in Palms. But it's my first pool home in there. So that's always exciting because, if you build a pool now, it could take you up to a year until it's finished, and 3 months of building. My neighbor's building a pool. It's been going on for 3 months. So once my neighbor on the right got their pool after 3 months of building, the neighbor on the left got a pool after 3 months. So now everybody's in that corner has a pool except me. So let's go into this Casa Fresca builder. Their motto is, I can't believe I, say this, but their motto is affordable homes that don't suck. I think there's so many other ways of saying that, but they probably spent a lot of money, trying to figure out the marketing. So this one does have a covered lanai. And then we'll go over to the inventory home of the Portland. So this is the Gabriella. And as I remember, this is about 420. So, for example, the reason the price is lower is because this builder doesn't have tile, brick paver driveway. There's cement. They cut the corners a little bit. But let me tell you, this is why you compare to the other builder. They cut corners, and the other builder is 408. Doesn't have anything near this. I'm not going to say anything bad. I do like this layout, though. Look at this. Okay, this is a totally different layout. Okay, as you step in, you've got a study right here. Okay. First floor bath.
Welcome back.
Hello.
There you go.
No, I was gonna do like.
There you go.
Oh my gosh. I gotta tell you, this is a nice model. And here, now this would be, oh, see, I love this because you know how I love a bedroom downstairs. See, this is what the difference is. Okay. You guys work for the builder?
Yes,
Is Port standard?
yes, it is.
Wow, okay, good, I didn't know that. What about the vinyl
It is
planking?
standard as well.
Oh,
Yes.
well, I'm impressed, okay. And how much is this model?
So this model starts at 499.
$499, excellent. Okay,
Yeah, so 494 would be the least cost.
okay, great, thank you so much. And covered lanai. Well, they don't really cut corners. And I like the size of this kitchen, but yeah, nice size kitchen. So you're not comparing apples to apples, but oh, this is cute. Look at the way they've set up this dog room. Okay, so they set that is great. Okay, they've set under the stairs room up as a dog room for show, right? Obviously the half door would not come with it, but isn't that cute? I don't think there's any light in here. Oh, there is. Let's see. There we go. That is a cute idea. I could shove my cats into something like that. Ah, anyway. No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. Unless they've been bad. Okay, this is okay, for $490, we're talking about a 2.5 car garage. That's pretty darn good for $490. Okay, and then after this house, we're going to go to one, or maybe we'll walk through some of the inventory just to take a look at it. Okay, and here we go up. Oh, see, this is, I passed judgment too soon. Look at this. We didn't have this in the other house. Not crazy about the rust color, but that's okay. It's just for show. And look at that beautiful pond. So these people up here, I wonder if they're building across the street. It doesn't look like it. Does not look like they're going to build across the street, but beautiful pond views. So you've got walking trails here. They're going to have a community pool. It includes high-speed internet. The HOA and CDD combined are about $300 a month. HOA and CDD. But that pays for community pool, high-speed internet, dog park, playground. But like I always say, if you're not going to use these facilities, go to a different community because you're going to be paying for it each month. Okay. Now we're going to step over. Absolutely, Dole. Who said that? Dole Whip Dave. Yeah, you just got to see if the features are worth the extra money. Now, if you've got 4 kids and they can all have their own bedroom, or you got grandma living with you and she needs to be downstairs, this is an incredibly perfect house. I mean, it's really oversized. Look at this. And then here's the shared bath here. And then here's another bedroom. I don't think we've even seen the primary bedroom yet. I do like what they did here. I'm not crazy about the colors, but I like what they did here with really makes the place feel larger. I would have painted them before I put them on the wall because the paint job just looks a little sloppy. Anyway, but this is, different dimension beadboards, I think you call them. Kind of cool. Oh, this is a good sized closet for a kid. Nice. Okay. That's nice. Oh, my Lord. Okay. 128. How long have I been going for? 40 minutes. Okay. So I'm going to go another 20 minutes or so, just because I know that the camera's going to overheat at a certain point. So here's your laundry room. Now I just put a little notice up. If you visit celebratingflorida.com, that's my website. So we're going to be heading to that gray house. I don't know if you could see it. You probably have to zoom in. That gray house right there, right next to the two-story house. And there's a couple houses. We'll just walk around there. Unfortunately, usually I have the salespeople to help me and give me the information, but they seem to be very, very busy today. So, okay. And I didn't want to come on their opening day, which is next week. Okay. So again, I like this model. I really do. It's got everything that I would look for. An office downstairs, a bedroom right off the kitchen. It's got the open floor plan, covered lanai. You know, if this was in Winter Garden, Windermere, I think you'd be talking about 600, 700, you know. So anyway, let me see if anybody has any comments. Thank you, Donna. Aaron Wright. Oh, it's been a while, Aaron. Yeah, on my website, you can hunt for homes, things like that. You look at properties. So let's go. We're definitely going to see at least one more house. So let's go see that gray house over there. And that is an inventory home. Oh, yeah. It's a hot one today. I might lose communication with you while I'm driving. I always forget to lower the radio. Okay. Hope you guys can hear me. Next Sunday, I will be not live streaming. August is really, really. I mean, I wish I could find some condos to go to, because then I'd be inside the entire time. But I'm not a real fan of condos. Wait, guys, can you hear me? Oh, thank you, Stephanie. Okay, great. Oh, someone's behind me. So there's 3 builders here. We're seeing 2 today. And I just hope we're going to get into some of these homes. Oh my gosh, where do they come up with these names? Attitude Road, Attitude Run, and Mud Canyon. You gotta be kidding me, right? Who thought that up? Mud Canyon. Attitude Run. Oh, that's beautiful. That's just great. Okay. Okay, so let's go see if we can get into any of these. So he said that one, the gray one next to the 2-story. Kind of looks like teal from the distance, though, but not from here. See, look at this. All these homes here, there's no covered lanai, and putting in a covered lanai, I'm just going to give estimates that I've heard of $15,000. So another thing you have to look for, and many of these homes have it, but older homes tend to not have sidewalks. I was in Mount Dora, beautiful home. It was only $300,000, but I was telling them if they plan to have kids, do you really want to walk with a stroller in the middle of the street? So you got to think about things like that. You got to be, look at, all the different things, because once you write that contract, you're really locked in. And I've seen people do that where they're not looking at everything. Newer homes, with that, generally they do have sidewalks. I'm not crazy about the way they did this sidewalk where there's no grass on the other side of it, because cars can just park right on the sidewalk. But you got to think about what your priorities are. Okay, so now we're going to step into this home, and something like this, he says, would be around $359. Okay. So here you have a bedroom, 10 by 10, shared bath. There's going to be carpet down here. Boy, is it hot in here. Okay, here's your laundry room and your access to the garage. It's not plumbed for a sink, but usually they aren't when you have this size. Okay, no lights in here. Oh boy, it's dark. Okay, no lights. Not yet. No power. Okay. So this is a good sized kitchen though, because you got 6 doors. That's pretty good. They're thin, they're narrow, but it's decent. It's a decent amount. A nice size corner pantry. Big dining area, so you don't need a dining room. You got a nice big dining area. And the vinyl planking is in every home, and the quartz countertop is in every home. And here you have covered lanai. Oh, I like the bricking. I didn't notice if it was out front. Stonework. But your backyard, I'm just going to estimate. Go to like right here. Carrier air conditioner. I do like the extra the word's escaping me. Shingles? What do you call that? Make me look like an idiot by not remembering what that's. Not siding. Oh, someone's going to pop the word in there real soon. So you're talking about a home that's in the 350s. Shutters. Thank you. How could I? God, it's so funny. Now I will tell you about shutters. I really wish that some builder would make real shutters that actually closed and became hurricane windows. I think that would be like the greatest thing ever because, we don't get hurricanes here that smash your windows, really. Um, but I do feel that people should, just out of caution, um, have hurricane shutters. Now, we're not going to have any light in here. Bahama shutters, okay. All right, so, and this is, we're talking about a house that's about 350, 360, something like that, where they're going to pay closing costs. And then nice, good size. This is a good size closet. This is like 8 by 6. So I think this is a great deal. I think this is a great deal. In fact, they had 6 homes available last week. Now they only have 2. But they're all under 410. So this is, this is 2 to run. I think the one next door is a Chester. See if we can go and look at that. I don't know if we'll be able to get inside. So you guys got any questions? Because we're going to be, but again, you remember. I always wonder if they really clean up this mess or just put dirt over it. I don't know. Yeah, so now this one has a covered lanai. So let's go see if we can see this one. Anybody have any questions for me regarding homes? Let's see, I wonder if it's unlocked. Ooh, please, 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 please. Yay! We're going to see another home. We're going to see another home. Okay, this one is already purchased. This is a Chester. Okay, and it's sold for 408. Plus they're paying all your 16,000 in closing costs, which is if you use their lender. Has what I want. You know that I love a bedroom downstairs. I love a bedroom downstairs. Why? Because it makes the house more functional. Gives you more opportunity. You could make that an office. You could make it, a room for grandma. You could make it, you got a lot of options with that. Here's a full bath. I would have liked to see a step-in shower. Big open floor plan here. Look at this. No. And I'll tell you one thing. If you're looking, this is really a bargain. 408. 408 for a 5-bedroom home with a huge covered. Look how big that is. It's huge. Okay. So, well, here's a question that I missed. No fences, right? Look, right now, fences are your responsibility, but I do not believe that they would have an objection to you putting up fences here. Generally, they say if you have a view, then they want aluminum fencing, black aluminum fencing that you could see through. If you don't have a view, if you have a neighboring house or someone in the backyard, then they say, then it's got to be, then it can be vinyl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. If you've got this much pottery, you got a problem. Okay. And then this is supposed to be soft closed drawers. Okay, it's not dovetail, but it looks very nice. Okay, good shape. Good shape. I like the island. I like the quartz. Vinyl planking on the first floor. You see if anybody asked any questions. Okay. Yeah, it's got, oh, look, you, thank you for bringing that up, Stephanie. Look at this pantry. This is 4 feet at least on each side. If you're a cook, this is the house out of all 4 that we saw. This is the house you buy. 400,000. It's really remarkable. I'm not crazy about the steps because I don't like steps that turn like this. I don't like that. I think that it's a little dangerous, especially if you're carrying laundry down the steps. Oh my gosh, look at this. This is a huge, really, really nice size playroom, flex space, kids study, entertainment area. Really got a lot of options here. Okay, we'll go see that room last. So big rooms. It's about 12 by 10. This is about 11 at least. Here's the shared bath. This house is about 30 days from being completed. It's already sold. And now let's go. Oh, this is the primary bedroom. Here's the laundry room. Oh, I like this. You got storage area right here. Boom, 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 boom. You could stack a ton of those storage containers. Okay, this is not the primary, but it looks big. It's about 12 by 13. Okay, and let's go look at the primary bedroom. Got 5 bedrooms in this home for 400,000. Okay, here is the closet. That's it's okay. It's 5 by 5. It's okay. This is all right. It's not huge, but it's not small either. And then here we have, okay, here we have primary bath. Oh, it's getting so hot. Oh my gosh. Okay, I spoke too soon. This is another 8 by 7. You can hardly see it because there's no light in here, but an 8 by 7 closet. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's incredible. All four, this is why it's already sold, 408. And look at that beautiful view over there. Well, and let me tell you something, Stephanie. That's a very good point you bring up. It's all location, location, location. Okay. Land is less expensive here. Okay. So that's what brings down the price. The land is less expensive because it's not Kissimmee, it's not Davenport. I mean, it's not, it is Davenport. It's not, Davenport is a little less expensive. But I think for the fact that you are minutes from, whew, okay, I am sweltering. Oh, anyway, so because there's no air conditioning in this house right now. The fact that you are minutes from, let's go out, look at the patio. So glad that it was open. Oh, what's it? Wait, this isn't the garage, is it? Locked. Oh, must be the garage. Bummer. Can't get in the garage. Wait, maybe. Who paints the doorknob? Kind of. Oh, great. Okay, 2-car garage. Nice. They painted the doorknob. See, this is, listen, by the time it closes, the doorknob will not be painted. Okay, they will replace it. They will clean the paint off. Okay, let's see if we can get outside. And we'll, oh, nice breeze, air. Whew. I don't know how the workers do it when they have to go in there. And, that's why I'm glad I come on Sundays because the construction workers are rarely around. Sometimes they do work on Sundays. Look at this. This is like, I'd say 20 feet by 9 for a covered lanai. I would say this would cost under $2,000 to screen in. We got 2 air conditioners. That's a pretty good. That is a pretty, this is for 408. I'm shocked. Okay, so does anybody have any questions for me? Okay, well, I'll tell you, sometimes, yeah, I don't know why anybody would put a doorknob on a door that hasn't been paint it yet, but sometimes they do. And then these painters are outside contractors and they just paint. So, oh, let me see. There was a Weber 388. Let's see if I that is sold. Nope, nope, that's not a fit. That's, oh, well. Yeah, see. Okay, so this is a Weber. This is sold, but it was 388. Someone left their watermelon here. It was actually a cute little watermelon. Okay, we're gonna run through this real quick. Then I'll be signing off. I like this. I could tell immediately because I like the wide open entry. Here's one bedroom. Yeah, but Christopher, that's a good point. It's a very good point. But you're only on the I-4 for 5 miles, probably 5 miles, at most 7 miles. I'll show you where we are again. Okay. So you get on the I-4, and that's accounting for a little bit of Sunday traffic. So 23 minutes. All right. So good sized kitchen, covered lanai. Let's go look at the other rooms before we. Here they are. Okay. Shared bath, full bath. It's a good size room. It's a little smaller. It's 10 by 10. This is like 12 by 10. Let's go look at the corner pantry. I think that's going to have a pretty good amount of cabinet space. Oh, lots of recessed lighting. Good. Okay. And then here we have, this is a really good size room. This is 17 by 12, easy. Okay. Good size closet over there. We didn't see any garden tubs in this community. Okay. We didn't see any tiled floor step-in showers. All that costs, a little bit more money. So does anybody have any questions for me before I sign off today? I really appreciate you guys watching. This is a big room. And it's got its own attached bath. Woo, I like that. This is good. This is good. And then nice big step-in closet. Oh, okay. I'm soaking with, it is so hot today. I will tell you, the heat only bothers me in Florida when I'm doing my live streams. Otherwise, it doesn't bother me because I'm not, walking out like this. So anyway, But next Sunday I'll be off. I won't do one next Sunday. I'll do a Sunday after. Probably 2 Sundays in August. I will do a live stream where I'm talking with a lender. That will be, when will I do that? Not the 10th. I should have promoted it this week. I'm going to be on Stan's solo show. Sorry, I didn't promote it. Stan's solo show, August 10th. So, anyway, if you guys have any questions for me, that'd be great. I'm going to get in the car and turn on the air conditioning, and then I'll probably sign off. And I'm going to pick up my friend to go shopping. Because I need to buy stuff. Not really, but I do. I always do buy stuff anyway.
The very last home sold for $390. That was that one there. So, I'm really surprised that that's 408. It sounds like a mistake or something. Lot 4, block. Yep, that was it. 408. Oh, that was a steal. Wow. That's it. Okay. Just remember, the prices that I quote are only for, right now, and to give you an idea of what they are. Right now, builders are responding to the marketplace, okay? The marketplace is filled with inventory, okay? So just remember that. That's true. But, it's all relative. I see people coming from, if you're coming from the Northeast, our prices are a steal. Also, our taxes are really good. If you're coming from, the Midwest or something, you're going to say our prices are expensive. So it's all relative. I think we're smack dab in the middle. If I could get a walk through a Golden Oak, when it was new, would not let me really into the community to live stream. They didn't like pictures. They didn't like anything. In fact, now some of the owners are getting upset because Disney had given out pictures of these houses when they were inventory or models, and now they're out there on the internet. So it's more than exclusive. believe me, if you know anybody in Golden Oak that is looking to sell a home, I would do live streams from them constantly. But anyway, now, I mean, everything's double what it was in Golden Oak. And in fact, I remember when people said to me, what do you think the best deals are? And I used to say, well, if you could buy in Golden Oak, they thought I was out of my mind because they were starting at 1.7. Now they're starting at 3 million. So when there's only one of something, there's only one celebration, there's only one Golden Oak, that's where you're going to see the greatest step up in pricing, greatest increase in perceived value. So it's just something to consider if you've got a couple $1 million. So, but I don't foresee any other developments like that. So anyway, all right. Well, anybody else have a question for me or anything else? Next week I do not intend to live stream, but I will come back the week after, and then probably 2 weeks after that. Just because, like today, I don't have someone following me around with an air conditioner. So, okay, but thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate it. And again, I will be back in 2 weeks. Thanks so much.
Making the dream of a Disney lifestyle a reality. I'm Victor Naraki. Contact me on Facebook at Naraki Realtor or my website, celebratingflorida.com. Thanks for watching Disney at your doorstep.